Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now on first down. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And he's able to find Wallace. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Hunt. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. They'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, The blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off there, the 32. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Locke. The pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Man, how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense. And the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. K.J. Hamler returning it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. Now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 32 yards. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. And incomplete on the deep ball. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, it's Locke. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Yards. And it's 4th down.
Locke working out of the gun. Flush to his right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. We're a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Second and 13. And that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
On the carry.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
They'll try to draw now with Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
The ball carrier.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Dallas Goedert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary football?
offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it's going to be second down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
16 yards. First down, Denver.
Shotgun snap to Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
First and goal.
A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camp. Do you remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room? This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Momentum, might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe Momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On first down, he'll drop to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man in the crossing route. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Complete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They'll throw. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
To the sideline and incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, that's the field goal attempt for him.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. A run for Nick Chubb, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Blair. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. They run. Chubb fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Chubb. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7.
They'll set up to throw. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Raiders are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of
23 yards on the play. And Rock throws another one. It's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. Set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 15-yard line.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Down at the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try again with Chubb, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Nick Chubb, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Right down the middle, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the Broncos are going to get the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Lock. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And the Broncos first down.
Locke off a play action. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
A loss of 7 yards.
Another try after the first down sack. Locke. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly, but the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming, but that's not a major criticism at all, because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
To start the drive, but that one incomplete. The intended receiver was Thaddeus Moss, and now it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. On the carry, it's Chubb. He's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They run it again with Chubb, and this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field, and it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Well, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. Oh, it's loose, and the Raiders have it. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. And they got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
He's brought down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 9 now. Sideline incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning.
Loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He's going to wind up and air it out. And man, it's caught inside the 10. But he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
And now here's another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, Karma's still out there. And sometimes has a way of catching up with it.
On play action, Locke. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Block. And he whips that one incomplete there. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
Now Locke again. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. CD, this defense, man. At this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
That one looks like he'll throw here. The intended receiver was Thaddeus Moss, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
For the defense there, they forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Again, he'll drop to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And they will not be able to look up there. It's incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Lost pass. Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 20.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3.
Today's final score, Raiders.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.